Hey everybody, welcome back to Disco Elysium, where we're about to head off into the kitchen and see what's going on there while we wait for some of our thoughts to internalize so we can go check out that body. Feeling a little tired, extra tired when I'm recording this for some reason, but hopefully we can get ourselves in gear and get animated for some weirdness that's going to happen for sure in this game. The dishes are drying. They smell of chemicals and pine trees. Gotta love those chemicals and pine trees. An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. Making some kind of vodka sauce, or are we just drinking on the job? Got distracted for a second. Let's see. What do we got? Kubik. Sure, I pronounced that way wrong. A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garasi and Kubik. Okay, it's definitely not his name. It's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please do not call him Garasi Kubik. Please, it's not funny. You sure his name's not Garasi Kubik? That's how the game has introduced himself to us. But you know what? Logic. You know, we are a logical kind of character, so we're going to trust our logical side. Garasi, I have some questions to ask. Mr. Kubik, I'm here on the official police business. Hello, sir. Got time for a few questions. Yeah, his name is not Garasi Kubik. The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. Got some impressive pots there, or I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. No, you got some impressive pots there, dude. Just keep talking. Let's get the rapport going. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. We got it. Becoming fast friends, me and Mr. Not Kubek. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove. Really? Really, that was it? No other dialogue options? I guess it is kind of hard to dialogue with someone. That's a good use of that verb that I just made up, dialogue with someone. It's hard to talk to them if they can't understand you. And you can't understand them. So, you know what? Stay masculine, Mr. Whoever you are. What you got up here? Some money. I'll steal that. Thank you. It's what I always wanted. You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. Touch the door. Try to push on the door. I wonder where this door leads. I wonder where this door leads. You do? The lieutenant regards you with patient skepticism. It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? The winch outside in the backyard. Remember? No? Your fingers do. I don't remember, but thank you, interfacing. There was a winch outside on the roof, like that of a small elevator. I'm drawn to its cobalt blue. It's part of the Whirling and Rags. There's something about this place that makes me want to know. Out of duty, we may find something pertinent to the investigations. Or you're right, it's not important. No, so interfacing is smart. It's giving us a clue that there might be an elevator. We'll go with interfacing. Gotta go with the voices in our head. Well, if there was a winch, I suppose we could look into it as a side investigation. My man, Kim. You know what's up. It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it. Yes, a mini side investigation. No, the door is a mega investigation. I'm calling it Behind the Blue Door. The door and the main investigation will be merged into a stereo investigation. Yes, that's it. The stereo investigation. They will accompany each other and complement each other. New task for exploring the Whirling's secret passages? If you say so. He looks at the door. then you. Gart is the person to ask about this the cafeteria manager. I know who the cafeteria manager is. Let's touch the door. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel is door flush. The stainless steel is door flush with its frame on every side. Awkward wording. Maybe I'm just not familiar with the term door flush. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe. It leads to a side building adjacent to this one. The old building next to this is half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older. Okay, let's just give it a push. The door does not budge. Didn't think it would be that easy. Nothing else in here, so let's head back and let's ask the cafeteria manager. First, let me click on this because I think we already did. Nope, some Nosafed, I'll take it. Don't know how we didn't spot that before. What's behind the door, dude? I saw another thing. There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen. Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door, he shrugs. Well, do you know what's behind it? No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there, and I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just the Frit warehouse, probably. Okay, so Frit is... Where is the Frit? They keep talking about the Frit, and I don't know where the Frit is. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust. He runs his finger across the counter to check for dirt. He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's obviously not convincing. I think you'd like to know what's back there, or let him get to pretend he's indifferent. You know, let's not push the man. We're cool as a cucumber kind of detective. We really are. We pretend to be. Just let him pretend. Alright, we'll figure something out. Goodbye, sir. Find a way into the secret passage. Oh, so here are our stats on the side. We have 1 in Superstar Cop, a 0 in Apocalypse Cop, a 4 in Sorry Cop. That was our Copotype. 1 in Boring Cop. We have 1 in Communist, 1 in Ultra Liberal, 1 in Moralist, and a 0 in Fascist. Good Cop, Bad Cop is a 4. I don't know what that means. If it's Bad Cop, would it be a -4? And then the thing we already knew, 3 people killed, 216 cases solved, and 18 years of service. Yeah, that only lit up because we got the, whatever it was called, the health thing. Did this guy wake up? No, he's still asleep. Okay. Sir, can we wake you up and have a chat? I don't want to steal his ID. And I only have a 28% chance to wake him up, so I'm not gonna... Let's go out the front door. We still have some... Why do you keep bothering me? Okay, you know what? I thought... When I last looked at this, I thought that it had to chain from here to here. I thought this had to be finished before we could internalize this, but it didn't. So that's good. That's interesting news. What else would we might want to fill up our last slot in? We can use points to unlock the other slots if we need. White Morning, the Bow Collector, or the Bow Collector, I don't really understand. Righteous Self-Critique. This is where we choose to be a sorry cop, huh? I wish it would tell us what we get for it. Like, I know we get -1 authority when we start to research it, but I don't know what we get when we complete it. So maybe I'll wait to see what happens when we complete a thought before we... Okay, sorry. Summer door closed for winter. Maybe I'll complete a thought, and we should probably complete that volumetric compressor. So one, if we can be nice about what its name is. If we just go and find someone to have a quick chat with, or if we investigate a little more. It's an interesting statue. It's missing its neck, the horse. Goods from the Lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. Okay, who are you, dude? Is this the Frit? I think I see it, yeah. Mister? Oh, there's the
welcome
strikers.
to Revachol.
Well, thank you for your kind welcome, Mr. Racist Lorry Driver. Wait a minute. Not very kind. And how do we know you're racist? We just look at you and tell you're racist? The remark isn't addressed at you, it's addressed at Kim. Why are you addressing my partner like that? Hey, I know Revachol. This is where we are. You know what? I think, you know, maybe we don't catch on. Maybe we don't understand that he's being racist. We just, you know, we're dumb, I think. We're naive. So, hey, we just act dumb. Hey, I know. That's where we are.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Okay. Alright, Kim. Your grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture. That's an interesting tidbit about you, Kim.
Every school of thought and government has failed in this city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
This is an interesting point. So, we can back him up, but you tell him we can be completely oblivious, and I don't think we're going to be completely oblivious. Because I think at this point, whatever our name is, Mr. Disco Suit, has caught, you know, he's caught up. He understands that this is clearly a racist thing because Kim has blatantly said that it was a racist thing. We could say nothing. I mean, that might be in some way beneficial to, you know, hey Kim, you got this. I don't have to back you up. You can handle yourself. But I think we want to be supportive, and you know, we support you, Kim. You tell them.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Well, I guess Kim didn't really care for that because he paid us no attention. What he means is fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination. He's right. You're undermining our best shot at real self-determination. Stop ripping into this guy. He's just really proud of being Revacholian. Limbo, what's going on here? You know what? Our rhetoric, I don't... I'm... Yeah. I mean, what's going on here?
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that. Okay,
Kim. I get it. You got some trauma. People have said things to you. I understand. And the racist lorry driver says nothing. Silence. The air between them becomes tense. The partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine. All right, Esprit de Corps. Um, fucking A, Kim, I've got your back. Well, I think we all learned something here. Smile at the lorryman. I got your back, Kim.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
Oh, we might have to throw down, mister. The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness. Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impassively, cigarette smoldering between his fingers. He smells of heavy motor oil and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites. Found this mug in the trash. There was a racist thing in the trash, right? It was a mug with like racist Asian kind of anti-Asian kind of image. Yeah, is this yours? let's just let's needle him a little bit. He stares at the yellow man mug, then suddenly he explodes. Ha 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 ha! Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while. Is it yours? Damn. He wipes his tears from his eyes. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine. He doesn't live in Martinez. So, what are you hauling? Not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike. So it's a sit and wait on your ass situation. Well, what kind of cargo are you going to pick up then? Apples. Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide. Apples? Yeah, apples. I take you had other questions? Do we really want to know what that argument was all about? Let's do it. Let's go all in. It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Ooh, yeah, we probably should not have asked. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep. I get it. Someone has to be the unpopular guy. Oh, so you're just a racist. Makes sense. To be honest, I can't really remember what that means. Please explain. On second thought, yeah, let's just call him out. Let's call out the racist. You're a racist. I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. He gestures with his cigarette for emphasis. The science of racial theory has been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. He glances at Kim. So naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merit in that. No, I really can't, sir. Don't put words in my mouth. Yes, I can really see you're a prime example of superior design. Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? When numbers of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources. When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources. I just want to stop this conversation. This concerns you, policeman, so better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes and the other intruder species. He throws a sharp glance at Lieutenant Kitsuragi. They're on the precipice of cultural victory. Cultural victory? What's this now? Yeah, I'm not interested in hearing anymore. I just made up my mind. Do you want to hear what it is? Oh? The man seems mildly disappointed that you don't want to hear the rest of his lecture. Yeah, I think I can get down with racism. Spoiler, we are not selecting that option. If I accidentally click it, we're reloading. I mean, yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself, Mr. Racist Lorry Driver? You know, if I'm going to be demonetized, I might as well go all in about being demonetized. Okay, sure, whatever. I'd rather... Yeah. I'm not down with this. Don't push your luck, Runt. The man gives you a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence. We've completed the thought of volumetric shit compressor. We're gonna get our shit together. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at pressures of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness are thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long this shit singularity lasts. All endurance white checks are unlocked, so we can go back and maybe try to redo the look of the body thing. Learning cap for endurance is raised to 4. So that's all we got, huh? So let's go ahead and think about what else we want. So we can go all in on being a sorry cop. You're one sorry piece of shit, a cop penitent, a flagellant cop monk. This is not the right line of work for you. You should be groveling at the feet of a feudal lord, providing lurid evidence against yourself at a Mazovian show trial, or ripping the flesh from your back with a cat of nine tails. Whatever made you this way, you can be damn sure it was your own fault. Do it. Really criticize yourself. Who knows, you might uncover something of importance from your guilt-ridden past. -1 to authority. Then we have sparks fall like snow from the bow collector. I'm beginning to think it's bow collector, like it's the collector thing on the bow, like from the ship. The bow collector of streetcar number 42, slowly down the slope from Voyager Road and then east on the B206 across the river to where there are no closed factories or ruins. To study at the academy, electrical cables run overhead and the bow collector draws across them like a musical instrument. A flash, she's standing at the rear window holding onto the rail in a spring coat waving at you. More white morning. You see yourself from above. You're passed out in the blue tiles of the storeroom floor. Even from this distance, you can see your eyelids flutter at the mention of what? A great white object, letting out its sweet smell like a lily of the valley. The little man's forgotten its name, but he still remembers the feeling. And look, he moves. The feeling animates him. He instinctively reaches out for the feeling's best friend, a bottle of Commodore Red. He puts on his disco clothes and gets smaller and smaller. So that one takes 5 hours. We get -1 to authority. The bow collector takes 6 hours. We get -1 to authority, -1 to hand-eye coordination. And we don't know what it gives us. But I like going all in on the who is our ex-wife kind of investigation. So we're doing the long way home. We're like, where are we from? We kind of did some dialogue options. We're like, no, I want to know about my ex-wife. And I think this one might lead us to that. So I think we're going to choose that. We do get -1. Yeah, I know. So we had some. There's our policeman's cloak. So these are all the white checks that we can redo. Some of them are very challenging. Like the Hanged Man, that's legendary. So we need to start pumping. I think we need to start pumping points into endurance, or we somehow need to figure out another way to get the body down. We could empathize with Kuno, but he might help us. But that's also a legendary skill check. The policeman's cloak might. I don't know if we can find something in our cloak. I don't know if it has pockets that can get us there. So we might. I mean, that's only a medium savoir-faire check. So maybe we look at putting a point in savoir-faire and putting a point in either empathy or endurance. So we have. We can level up. Where is endurance is at 2. Our savoir-faire is where? Am I completely looking over it? There, 2. Let's just go and level up. Not level up authority. Sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. Revert that. Let's level up Saddle Fair and then go for the cloak. Yep, accept changes. Did we have another skill point, or was there only one? Only one. So I thought we had a second one queued up, but what do we have here? The Glossy Magazine, Most Able-Bodied Men, Jump Jams, Popular Musique Mag. Here is the Fritz. So did they misspell 3 T's? How idiomatic. Yes, I know. I can't trill T's. We already discussed this. So did I make a mistake by not putting a point in endurance or empathy? Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? It's a choose your own adventure kind of game, and I can choose to fail if I want. Yellow roses, dozens of them. Tulips too. Okay, let's look at the radio. A melancholy pop song plays on the radio. And what do we have here? A little notice board or what? A machine. The Terror Machine. Terror Machine stands in the corner. A sign says 1 bottle 10 cents. What is this machine? Oh, that's the Terror Machine. Yeah, but what is it? It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine. Then it gives you money. I see. And how do I pick up tear for the Terror Machine? You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out. So feel free to use it if you find a bag. Though I'm sure there are some out there somewhere. Okay, gotcha. So we can pick up bottles. We can turn in kind of recycling for the deposit and get a little bit of money because we need 100 real, and right now we got 5. We can talk to Kim. Kim, what do you got to say?
Yes?
Yeah, no, not interested. Can we peer in the St. Baptiste Pharmaceuticals? A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the St. Baptiste Pharmaceutical logo. Their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white, untouched by harm. Ooh, we can buy things. Magnesium for +1 morale. Druamine for +3 health. The Nosifed for +1 health. And then Hypnogamma for +3 morale. What do these products do? I don't know. Let's see. Nosifed is a nasal spray. Druamine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma is... I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercise. Thank you for explaining. Do you have any ammonia? Yeah, there's like an ampule somewhere. Okay, guess we can't get another one of those, huh? What do we got up here? Colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles. Alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting closer. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into a kind of heaven. Your knees are weak. There, in the dark green glass, a world of ruby, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth. Wine alcohol, beer alcohol, love alcohol. I am in heaven. I need it all so bad. Say nothing. Just take it in. This is not a good place for a recovering addict. You know what? We're a smart man. The clerk looks at the wall. Goods banner. Guess not. Do you sell any under-the-counter vices? No. I think we could buy some 30 for the freaking vodka. No, thank you. We only have 5. No, we're not gonna pressure her to ask if she has any drugs. It's not cool, man. Let's just leave. There's nothing in Frit with 3 T's. Hey, I saw that. I saw some change. Give me that change. That's what we have. Oh, give me that, whatever's in the trash can. Some magnesium, I'll take it. We have become the dumpster diving cop. What do we got? So, we got the strikers. Who are you, mister?
Scab?
Scab? No, not Scab. You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with a flask he reaches for from time to time. Yeah, exactly. What exactly is a scab? Yeah, I'm a scab, poor and downtrodden, right to work. Surely we know what a scab is. Scab is someone that crosses the picket line, that works when the union is striking. The unions don't like them. No, I'm not a scab. I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab.
Thank you, sir.
Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here, to the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
No. I'm here for a murder. Murder, huh? Sounds like a lot of hard work. You never see me investigating a murder. You're right, it's almost impossible. I'm 91% sure we'll never get it solved. I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't have any idea what I'm doing. That is very true, but still. Maybe you want to help me solve it by telling me who did it. yeah, let's just be lighthearted about it. At least that's how I hope we're gonna be. Of course, Policia! He gives you a sly smile. It wasn't me. You could rule me out. Easier that way. He didn't do it. It's the truth. I need to know what's behind these gates. I'm exploring. My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits. He gazes over the roundabout with a glint of longing. Does this mean you can let me through the gate? I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself. If it's all so simple, why don't the strike breakers just go up the stairs? That's simple. I just walk in. I walk right past Measurehead and go in. Measurehead? Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Seminese supremacist right there. He points to the bridge above the gate. Walk right past him. Right. Then press the button to unlock the door. Yeah. Then go past him again. Okay. And you enter the harbor through the office. Stop. So you're saying it's actually quite difficult. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in physical confrontation. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. Just look at us. Or you can convert to his Seminese supremacist worldview, or maybe it actually is completely impossible. Has anyone actually tried converting to his worldview? Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition. And has anyone ever beat him? No, not yet. He's incredibly strong. I could tell that from looking at him. Okay, one other thing. What's this strike all about? You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss would be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first. He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike too. Just can't break the command structure and tell you now. Okay, I got it. Let me just leave. We're not gonna go up there. That's a bad place to go. We'll go downstairs. Not a scab. And who are you, Mr. Giant Man?
Bastards! We have a right to work!
Scab leader. The man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here?
Pull up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everyone else here.
Here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down?
No, I'm not.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps the people see us talking. Cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Well, what kind of causes are we talking about?
Rights of people, rights of workers to have gainful employment, to make a salary, and feed their families.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases. Well, I haven't really chosen a side yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work. Right to work.
I have some questions.
Maybe you should ask them the question. Like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you!
That's not my question.
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing. Okay, so the man sitting on the railing we talked to before, and this guy, they're at odds. So I kind of thought the guy up on the railing with the kind of lackadaisical way that he is he a striker? Is he part of the like management? I don't understand that guy up on the that we just talked to a moment ago.
So do we, Scab.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. I guess I should have thought about it more. If he's calling people scabs, he must be a unionist because he's anti-scab. I want to get to the harbor too. What is a strike? Who are all these strike breakers? What exactly is your goal here? We were promised work. We'd be in there working if the bastards hadn't shut the gates. And you are unable to breach the entrance. Main gate's locked. Could take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. The door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. Yeah, that's Measurehead or whatever his name was. And I don't mean the scrawny mesk punk either. I mean head measurer or whatever he is. Why don't you just talk to them? Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized. It would be better for the neighborhood if you all went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway. No, they will give up eventually, or get drunk, leave the button unguarded, then we charge. Well, we have no reason to get into the harbor, honestly, so I don't think we should say, like, it's kind of a weird thing to say, I want to get to the harbor too. We don't have any reason to get in there other than pure curiosity. Like, we should be working on the dead man hanging from the tree. So, you know, I think we're just done here. What you got on your little keg here? The lorries probably stored fuel here. Now they store booze. And the Grod Factory of Magnets and Miracles, U-49. A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy, Grod-made machine is well kept for such old machinery. Look at the window. The windows are clear and they've been recently washed. You can see a lorry man's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignias. What kind of stickers and insignias? The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. A large metal pendant hangs from the rearview mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays. Is it the seal of Royalist era Revachol? Or it is the seal of Royalist era Revachol. Well, what about the back seat? The back seat of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large muscular man The title reads, Man from Hyemdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies. Racist national paraphernalia. Kim grits his teeth. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. The lieutenant nods toward the racist lorry driver. Think this lorry belongs to our tough guy? Likely yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know if that tells us anything. We're slowly making our way back. Slowly making our way back to make that leap. Try to get our cloak. Foreign car, kept in good condition. There's a person we can talk to over there, but I don't want to get like in a long-winded conversation. I thought we could back towards the... I thought we could eventually get back over to the Whirling in Rags, but it doesn't look like this map loops back. An old monument stands at the middle of the traffic island, pointing towards the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. Who is this? A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philippe III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philippe II, the opulent father of Philippe IV, the insane. As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece. What did this king do? As you look up, you notice something... Okay, sorry. I already read that. Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philippe was known for his profligacy. In what way? Well, he blew through the whole nation's treasury, started the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol, his own maladministration. Such big words, game. Foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the Anticentennial Revolution, an end to his family line, and the monarchy on the Insilidian Isola. How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury? Stories have said that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber where he stored unfathomable wealth, Krugerrands, whatever a Krugerrand is, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers. He slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers like some obese dragon instead of a bed like a normal person. I would like to sleep on gold, hustler style. The king is the king and he can do anything. Wait, really? There's no way that's true. Or a deplorable farce. No wonder everything went to shit. Yeah. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction. The what now? You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasure on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. Okay, and what is nose candy? I mean, we just talked about his cocaine addiction. We can put two and two together, mister. We know how to deduce things. So he's addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie. That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insilidian Bay. Well, seems odd that we would end that with, okay, well, where is he buried now? Because we just got told that he's in the bay. Beneath the cold waters of the Insilidian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. And what happened to the statue? The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn of the century revolution when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landings may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had even more time, they would have reduced it to even finer pieces. And who restored it? Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. Ironic, yes. Smart, I'm not sure. The statue was supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time. A rare butterfly trapped in amber floating on a sea of shit. That's a bad idea. People in Martinez tend to agree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. We passed a challenging dice roll there. Looks like we needed it to be 12, and we got 12. Those critics might have it wrong, though. There's more to it than just ironism. But you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery will be solved at a later time. Get +5 experience. Philippe III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about the hoi polloi, what the hoi polloi think of him in death. What indentations? Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass around where the heart is. A bullet. Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting. Lieutenant, has someone shot the king? Okay, I can't see it, but I'll take your word for it. What do you think? Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. The place saw a lot of action during the revolution, but the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke, target practice, or a political statement. Yes, a practical joke. Target practice. Political, it's a king and he's shot. Or none of the above. Maybe it's connected to the murder. I mean, I don't think it's connected to the murder. I think, I think it's just a political statement. Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings. I wonder what had happened if we had selected the option. Okay, I want to get back. I do want to get back, but I want to check this little box first. Take a white tank top, which gives us physical instrument +1. I'm not going to wear it, but if we did replace our shirt, which gives conceptualization +1 and -1 suggestion, because it has an unsavory odor. So we could replace. I'm not replaced. I'm just going to run back. I swear I'm going to run back. I don't know why we got this now. I just keep getting distracted. We're not running back. Astas Rajko, one of the finest Zhimsk made motor carriages ever. An oldie but goodie. Who drives these? Not many people outside of Grad and Revitol West. Hey Kim, check this out. Astas Rajko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time. Hold on. Maybe I can impress him. Do I know what happened last time? You know what? No. We don't need to impress him. Kim, we don't need to one-up the man. Let him have his moment. What happened, Kim? An old case from my precinct. A couple of Zhimsk, I can never pronounce that. Migrants saw a Staj Roscoe stopped in the street, painted just like this, a muddy brown. Murdered the driver on the spot. They said it was an honor killing, hussar style. The Zhimsk community protested the trial, flying the banners of some old king or whatever. 5,000 came to protest. Correction, 4,395. The fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revitol. Hate to crypt again, but only... Yeah, we're not going to do that. Who are the Zhimsk community? Yeah, who are the Zhimsk people? The people we're paid to protect? Let's leave it at that. Okay, I mean, that's cool. Could our hangman have been the driver of this car? I try to avoid drawing far-gone conclusions like this when we're actually examining the body, but my initial guess is the two are unrelated. What do they sentence the killers to? 4 years for murder in Reunion. The perps were remorseful. They're sorry knocked 8 years off the sentence. That's the system. The prisons in the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor are already full. Prisoners are expensive to maintain. The longer the sentence, the larger the cost. I don't have an opinion on the paint job. I really don't. We're just done. I got it. We're good. Now, yes, I know. Can we just please get back? And then we will make the jump and try to get our shirt or our cloak. If we get it, we get it. If we don't get it, well, then I don't know what happens, but come on, keep going. Interesting snow effect going on. Let's go get that shirt, boys. How do you get the shirt? You go up here, you go up the ladder. I got it. I'm smart. I know. The ladder. Can't put more points in a skill? Drugs raise learning caps, but they're bad for your health. Thanks, game. The pathing is so slow. Go. Faster. Get that jacket. Get it. 58% chance. Didn't we have 58% chance before? Did we lose a savoir-faire somehow by something? Let's go for it. 58% chance. Cross our fingers. As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses. Close your eyes. Let your senses take in the world around you. Continue. Don't close our eyes while we're trying to jump and grab something. Are we stupid? No. Continue the voyage through the salty air. As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline. I knew you could do it, the lieutenant exclaims. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now. With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in. And we get the coat. +1 Esprit de Corps and +1 to Shivers. I don't know what Shivers is. I wish we could interact with it. Like, is there anything? Are there pockets? I guess there's not pockets in a cloak. Where does it go? It goes as a shirt? It goes as gloves? Like, is it a shirt? Is it a jacket? Yes, it's a jacket. It replaces our jacket. So, the disco-ass blazer is +1 Esprit de Corps. The core... whatever, however, I'm not French, I don't speak French. The jacket is +1 and +1 shiver, so this is just a better, hands down a better item. But what is Shivers? Raise the hair on your neck, tune into the city. Shivers come when the temperature drops and you become more keenly aware of your surroundings. It enables you to hear the city itself, to truly belong to the streets. It is a supernatural ability. Old wrongs play out in present time. Scenes across the city happen in front of you, but who is speaking to you? At high levels, Shivers may make you seem mad to the outside world. As you listen to the city, you don't listen to others. Your superiors may begin to worry. With low Shivers, though, you will seldom hear the city speaking to you. And even if you cannot hear it, how can you ever... And if you cannot hear it, how can you ever save it? That's very interesting. But now we have a +3 in Shivers. But I think that's where we end this episode. We have entered the harbor, a new area to check out. We still haven't got to that body. I feel bad for the hanging man, but I get the feeling that this game doesn't want you to cut him down immediately. They want you to build up to it. But thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again next time.